Friends, we are here to discuss with you dichrometry. So let's look what is dichrometry. Friends, what is dichrometry? Estimation of reducing agents by titration against potassium dichromate as oxidant is called dichrometry. So we are using potassium dichromate, hence the name dichrometry. We are taking potassium dichromate, the orange color liquid in the burette, and using it we are estimating the amount of reducing agent present in the conical flask by titrating it against potassium dichromate. Dichrometry is a redox titration. It involves reduction oxidation, i.e. redox titration. For example, in the K2Cr2O7, which is FeSO4 titration, considering its ionic equation, Cr2O7 2 minus plus Fe2 plus gives Cr3 plus Fe3 plus. The dichromate ion oxidizes Fe2 plus to Fe3 plus. So there is a loss of electron, hence oxidation. And the dichromate ion gets itself reduced from green Cr3 plus ion, which is visible during titration. Potassium dichromate is not a self-indicator, unlike potassium permanganate, so we use redox indicators to detect the endpoint. What are redox indicators? Since it involves a redox reaction, each stage there will be reduction potential, but at the endpoint where volume of known and unknown solution becomes equal, there will be a sudden change in reduction potential with which these redox indicators are able to detect by undergoing a physical change like color change there. Experiment is to estimate the amount of ferrous ion using an internal indicator. The internal indicator N-phenylandalic acid added here is dissolved in the solution that is undergoing the main reaction, that is the redox reaction between potassium dichromate and the reducing agent. So there are two steps, standardization and estimation. We are provided with approximately 0.1 normal potassium dichromate solution whose accurate normality is unknown to us. To know its accurate normality, we are standardizing it by titrating against standard Mozart solution we had prepared and adding N-phenylandalic acid as an indicator which undergoes color change from green to violet red. The next step is estimation, for which we are taking potassium dichromate in the burette, which is standardized and whose accurate normality is known to us, and in the conical flask we are taking the ferrous sulfate, from which we need to estimate the amount of ferrous ion. Here also we are adding N-phenylandalic acid to detect the endpoint. The principle behind our experiment. A standard solution of Mozart is prepared and potassium dichromate is standardized by titrating against a measured volume of Mozart against potassium dichromate. The titration is based on the reaction K2Cr2O7 plus 6FeSO4 plus 7H2SO4 gives K2SO4 plus Cr2SO4 thrice plus 3Fe2SO4 thrice plus 7H2. So Cr3 plus ions in the K2Cr2O7 get reduced to green Cr3 plus ions, which is visible during titration, and the ferrous Fe2 plus ions are oxidized to ferric Fe3 plus in this reaction. The equivalent mass of ferrous ion equal to atomic mass by change in oxidation number. We know the atomic mass of iron is 55.85 and the change in oxidation number is 1. So the equivalent mass of ferrous ion is 55.85. Now equivalent mass of ferrous sulfate FeSO4, which is equal to its formula mass, that is the sum of atomic masses of individual constituents in the chemical formula. So it will be atomic mass of iron plus atomic mass of sulfur plus 4 into atomic mass of oxygen. Adding all, we will get 151.9. Similarly, we are calculating the equivalent mass of crystalline ferrous sulfate FeSO4 7H2O, which will be 277.9, and the equivalent mass of Mozart, which is 392. Now mass of Mozart required to prepare 100 ml of 0.1 normal solution is NeV by 1000, where N is the normality of Mozart, E is the equivalent mass of Mozart, V is the volume of Mozart taken. So it will be 0.1 into 392 by 100 into 100 by 1000, which is equal to 3.92 grams. So we are exactly weighing out 3.92 gram of Mozart to make a standard solution. Apparatus, burette, pipette, conical flask, which is a triangular shaped body with flat bottom flask, and standard flask, which is a round bottom flask, glass rod, funnel, measuring cylinder to measure the amount of compounds required, and glass bottle in which we are given ferrous sulfate solution. Now chemicals are 0.1 normal, which is approximate potassium dichromate solution, AR Mozart ferrous sulfate solution, N-phenylandanic acid, 4N sulfuric acid. This 4N sulfuric acid is added to avoid decomposition of ferrous sulfate solution, also to provide an acid medium where potassium dichromate acts as a excellent oxidizing agent. So we are also providing dilute H2SO4. Now my friend will be demonstrating the experiment for you.
Preparation of standard approximately 0.1 normal Mosol solution. Weigh out accurately about 3.92 gram of Mos salt. Transfer the Mos salt to a 100 ml standard flask using a funnel. The substance on the funnel is completely washed down into the flask with some distilled water added from a wash bottle. Add 5 ml of dilute H2SO4. Add water to dissolve it. Dilute it with more water and make up to the mark. The solution is shaken thoroughly for making it homogeneous. For the standardization of potassium dichromate, the burette is to be filled with the potassium dichromate solution. The burette is first washed thoroughly with the tap water and then rinsed with the distilled water. The burette is filled with the potassium dichromate solution. As potassium dichromate is a colored solution, take washed and then rinse with the distilled water and then with the Mos salt solution. The solution is sucked into the pipette and take the lower meniscus. (20 ml of Mos salt solution is pipetted into a 250 ml conical flask. Take about 50 ml of 4-normal sulfuric acid into the conical flask. Add 0.5 ml of N-phenylandranilic acid indicator to it. Titrate the Mosol solution very slowly and carefully against the potassium dichromate solution added from the burette till the end point. At the end point, there is a sharp change of color from green to violet red. Note the burette reading. The titration is repeated for the concordant titer values. Next is the estimation of ferrous iron. Transfer the given ferrous sulfate solution quantitatively to a 100 ml standard flask. Add about 5 ml of dilute sulfuric acid and make up to the mark by adding water. Shake the solution well for uniform concentration. 20 ml of the solution is pipetted out into a 250 ml conical flask. Next is the estimation of ferrous iron. Transfer the given ferrous sulfate solution quantitatively to a 100 ml standard flask. Add about 5 ml of dilute sulfuric acid and make up to the mark by adding water. Shake the solution well for uniform concentration. 20 ml of the solution is pipetted out into a 250 ml conical flask. Add 50 ml of 4-normal sulfuric acid. Fill the burette. And then add 0.5 ml of N-phenyl anthranilic acid indicator. Titrate the ferrous sulfate solution against the standardized potassium dichromate as before till the end point. At the end point, there is a sharp change of color from green to violet red. Note the burette reading. The titration is repeated to get the concordant titer values.
Let's first tabulate observation. We know weight of more salt transferred to the standard flask is 3.913 gram. First we standardize K2Cr2O7. For that we titrate standard more salt, a primary standard, against K2Cr2O7. Here N-phenyl anthranilic acid is used as indicated. The table has 4 columns. Volume of more salt pipetted is 20 ml as indicated by pipette mark. Burette reading initial 0, final 90.8. So volume of K2Cr2O7 used in milliliters is 90.8. Repeat the steps to get concordant set of values. Now let's move forward to estimations. Here Fe2 plus is titrated against standard K2Cr2O7 with N-phenyl anthranilic acid as indicator. To get the amount of Fe2 plus ions in the whole of the given solution. The table has 4 columns. Volume of ferrous sulfate pipetted is 20 ml as indicated by the pipette mark. Burette readings initial 0, final 90.5. So volume of K2Cr2O7 used is 90.5. Repeat the experiment to get a concordant set of values. So this is the end of observation. Now we move forward to the calculations part. Calculations. Mass of more salt in 100 ml is 3.913 gram. Normality of more salt can be found out by dividing mass per liter by equivalent mass, that is 3.913 into 10 by equivalent mass of more salt is 392. So substituting the values we get normality of more salt as 0.0998 normal. Standardization. Volume of more salt pipetted is 20 ml. Volume of K2CO2O7 used up as indicated by the table is 90.8 ml. So when 20 ml of more salt is titrated against 90.8 ml of K2CO2O7, we get endpoint indicated by the color change of green to violet. Here, at the equivalence point, volume of more salt multiplied by the normality of more salt is equal to volume of K2CO2O7 multiplied by the normality of K2CO2O7. So, here the unknown is normality of K2CO2O7, which can be found by rearranging the equation as normality of K2CO2O7 is equal to volume of more salt multiplied by normality of more salt by volume of K2CO2O7. Substituting volume of more salt as 20 ml, normality of more salt is 0.0998 divided by volume of K2CO2O7 is 90.8. So substituting the values, normality of K2CO2O7 is 0.1 normal. Estimation. Here amount of ferrocyanide is estimated in the whole of the given solution. Volume of ferrous sulfate pipetted is 20 ml. Volume of K2CO2O7 used up is 90.5 ml. So when 20 ml of ferrous sulfate is titrated against 90.5 ml of 0.1 normal K2CO2O7, we get endpoint in the color change of green to violet. So at the equivalence point, we can get normality of FeSO4 as volume of K2CO2O7 multiplied by normality of K2CO2O7 by volume of FeSO4. Substituting the values as 90.5 multiplied by 0.1 by 20, we get normality of FeSO4 as 0.0975 normal. Mass of FeSO4 per liter of the solution can be found by multiplying normality by its equivalent mass. Equivalent mass of FeSO4 is 154.9. So multiplying we get mass of FeSO4 per liter of the solution is 14.81 gram. Dividing it by 10, we will get mass of FeSO4 in the whole of the given solution, that is 1.4181 gram. Mass of FeSO4.7H2O in the whole of the given solution can be given by multiplying the equivalent mass by normality and dividing it by 10. FeSO4 7H2O has equivalent mass 277.9. So substituting values we get mass of FeSO4.7H2O in whole of the given solution as 2.70 gram. Similarly, mass of more salt can be found out as 3.82 gram and mass of ferrocyanide in the whole of the given solution can be found at 0.54 gram. So let's move towards the result. Mass of ferrocyanide in the whole of given solution is 0.54 gram. That is the result. We hereby reach the end of the experiment. Hope you understood this. Stay home. Take care. Signing off from Team Dichrometry. Thank you.